ever since its debut in 2010. The Walking Dead franchise has introduced us to a host of remarkable characters, skillfully portrayed by an equally impressive array of actors. Uh, while some actors graced our screens for just a short while, others have been with us from day one, uh, and some have even moved on from the main series to star in one of the spin-offs. As the second season unfolds for one of these spin-offs, curiosity struck. Which actors have starred in the most episodes across the entire franchise? Um, Given that an appearance can encompass voiceovers, flashbacks, or unexpected guest spots, determining this list required referencing IMDb credits, fan compilations, and various articles. The final tally yielded a top 10 that was somewhat unexpected. The last 7 years ago, ahead of a judge, just a big picture, just a big awesome is talking to this in terms of Alicia Clark in the television show Fear the Walking Dead. Alicia was initially portrayed alongside her mother and sibling as the series began during the onset of an apocalypse. Uh, uh, Initially, she found herself unprepared for confrontations with both zombies and other humans. However, she gradually developed into key leadership positions and played a crucial role in safeguarding those around her. Regrettably, she suffered numerous losses throughout the storyline, and in season 7, she was critically injured by a walker. Um, Fortunately, a mix of radiation treatment and amputation allowed her to pull through, making her one of just a few characters who didn't transform after being bitten by a zombie. Uh, um, Future potential: in the latest episode of Fear the Walking Dead, Alicia and Madison reconnect and decide to travel to Los Angeles with the intention of restoring their old home. Given that many spin-offs occur within the US, there is a chance that Alicia, and therefore actress Alicia Debnam Carey, could feature in a future series. However, as most other characters are based on the Eastern Coast, they would need to cover some ground before meeting up again. Yet, since they've already encountered Morgan, it's not impossible that they'll cross paths once more. On a different note, Alicia Debnam Carey seems to be focusing more on directing as opposed to acting lately. So for now, this might be the conclusion of Alicia's storyline. 9, Chandler Riggs. Um, Carl Grimes, over 8 seasons, Carl Grimes played a significant role as the second lead and kind of working alongside his father, Rick, to survive through the apocalypse. Initially, Carl was just a child, but he matured into a teenager during the show, experiencing hardships like his mother's demise and losing an eye while still holding on to hope for humanity. Regrettably, in the episode Honor, Carl met his untimely end on the series. Even though the character is no longer present, the impact that Carl and Chandler Riggs made on the show continues to be felt. Where Riggs is today, a multitude of viewers expressed their anger over Carl's demise in the series, and several chose to stop watching it afterwards. And yet, for Riggs, Carl's death held a mix of sweet and sorrowful significance. Post his departure from the show, he landed roles in numerous independent films such as Breakup Season, and more recently made an appearance in a fan-created version of Spider-Man. Additionally, during the finale of the original The Walking Dead, He made a brief appearance as a background character, demonstrating that despite his relatively short tenure on the show and his influence was profound. Uh, um, I didn't be this. Eugene Porter, initially introduced in season 4, Eugene Porter is recognized for his intellectual prowess, distinct speech style, and mullet hairstyle to secure safety from Abraham Ford. He feigned being a scientist, and later he proved vital to the Alexandria community by manufacturing bullets from repurposed shell casings. Although he eventually betrayed the town to aid the savior, subsequently betraying them as, whoa. And as the series progressed, Eugene developed feelings for a woman named Max and ultimately married her before their daughter Rosie was born, ensuring them a content ending a case. Great actor, divisive character. Uh, that audience responses to Eugene were varied, with numerous individuals expressing dislike towards the character and regrettably the actor. Following his betrayal of Alexandria in season 7. However, regardless of whether one admires or criticizes him, it's indisputable that McDermott delivered a remarkable performance. Since then, McDermott has transitioned from The Walking Dead, taking on guest roles, and more recently, demonstrating his acting talents in Suits LA. 7, Christian Serratos, Rosita Espinosa. Initially, Rosita debuted on The Walking Dead alongside Eugene and Abraham during season 4. She soon became an integral member of Rick's squad, seeking revenge when Negan murdered Abraham. Later, she developed a romantic connection with Sabik, which led to the arrival of their child, Coco. In the final episode, Rosita sacrificed herself in order to protect Coco, providing her character with a valiant, though sorrowful, departure, choosing her own fate. It appears that Serratos suggested the concept of Rosita's death in the final episode, although it would have been intriguing to explore her character further. In a spin-off, it seems that was not the initial plan. However, Serratos brought Rosita to life with her powerful portrayal, emotional depth, and captivating presence. Despite speculations about future appearances of Rosita or Serratos within the franchise, their mark on the series remains indelible. 6, Lenny James. Morgan Jones. Morgan was a character on The Walking Dead for seasons 1 through 8, excluding season 4. He initially crossed paths with Rick during the early stages of the apocalypse and later reconnected. After the demise of Morgan's son, Dwayne, and throughout the show, Morgan experienced various storylines that included learning to fight, seeking forgiveness for his actions, and even experiencing a temporary mental breakdown. After the episode Wrath, he transitioned to Fear the Walking Dead and became one of the series' most enduring characters. He bid farewell in a poignant manner, embarking on a journey to reconnect with his old companions, accompanied by his adopted daughter, Mo. The end of an era. In the final episode of Fear the Walking Dead, there's a good chance Morgan could make an appearance in a separate series. Yet it appears that actor Lenny James may not rejoin the franchise, as he feels it wouldn't be fitting for Morgan's character legacy. And although we'd love to delve deeper into Morgan's tale, we understand and respect Lenny's choice for his character. At the same time, we keep our fingers crossed that a future plot might prove irresistible enough to entice him back. But 5 Denai Guerrero, Michonne Grimes. In the series, Michonne is recognized for her mastery over katanas and her ability to survive of Miotana. She initially appears with 2 undead protectors and eventually forms a new family. A significant shift in the show was her relationship with Rick B. The spinoff series titled follows her quest to locate him. As the series concludes, Michonne and Rick reunite with their children, hinting at a promising, if not optimistic, future for them all in that world. Michonne's future. At present, it seems like the ones who live will only have a single season evil, and this doesn't necessarily signal the end of Michonne and Denai Guerrero's story within the franchise, but considering her other recent projects and achievements, it's plausible that Guerrero is transitioning away from the series. However, even if we don't witness it on screen, Guerrero has shared some ideas about where her character might go in the future. For Lauren Cohan, Maggie Rhee, initially introduced on The Walking Dead during season 2, Maggie was encountered by Rick's group at her family's farm. Throughout the original series, she faced multiple hardships, including the deaths of her father, sister, and husband Glenn, which she harbored grudges against Negan for a long period. And as The Walking Dead drew to a close, Maggie held a leadership role at Hilltop. After a brief departure from the show, she returned with the aim of helping her community rebuild their home. However, they eventually moved to the Bricks. Later on, in an ongoing spin-off series titled Dead City, Maggie sought Negan's assistance to rescue her kidnapped son, Herschel. An unlikely alliance. The popular series Dead City has left viewers captivated, which makes it likely that actress Lauren Cohan will carry on in her portrayal of Maggie. Yet it appears that Maggie's story may reach even more challenging depths. Despite the character deserving a positive resolution, we're not entirely confident she'll receive one. Nevertheless, if the initial concept for The Walking Dead was to have Negan and Maggie as the main characters for another 4 seasons, it suggests that we can anticipate at least another 2 more seasons of Cohan's compelling performances. That, I feel that there's no level of lot expert and Rick Grimes. The character Rick Grimes, who is both the lead in The Walking Dead and the secondary protagonist in The Ones Who Live, is almost always associated with the Walking Dead franchise and Peter. Initially found alone in a hospital, unsure of what was happening around him, Rick quickly became embroiled in a zombie apocalypse. that claimed his wife, best friend, and son, among others. Despite these losses, he continued to survive, guided by the belief that he and his group were the ones who live. Eventually, he moved on with Michonne and his remaining children, finding a semblance of happiness in such an apocalyptic world. More to come. Previously, we discussed that may not carry on, but that doesn't necessarily mean the end of the road for Rick or Lincoln. There's still a wealth of storylines left to delve into regarding their characters. And since other series are ongoing, it's plausible that Rick could make an appearance in a cameo role at some point. Who wouldn't be thrilled to witness him reconnecting with Daryl or Morgan, or discover the latest developments involving Maggie and Negan. However, considering Lincoln's upcoming show, he might need to concentrate on that for now. And so I found this with the general in the pandemic that residents of the option of lessen. And then often Carol Pelletier, in contrast to her comical persona, Carol from the Walking Dead TV show was almost unidentifiable. She started off in a distressing, abusive marriage, but displayed immense sadness and courage following the death of her daughter. Initially portrayed as a gray character, Carol went on to exhibit heroic acts, such as rescuing her group from Terminus, sparking the war against the Whisperers, and sadly taking Lizzie's life. She was undeniably one of the key figures in the original series, and continues to be vital in The Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon, the Book of Terrell, in the final episode of season 2 for the series featuring Daryl Dixon, it was shown that Carol and Del were setting off towards England. With the return of season 3, it's safe to anticipate further appearances by McBride. She expresses excitement about continuing her role with this character, stating that writing Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol, has given her an opportunity to uncover Carol's warrior side. It also provides deeper insights into the unusual bond between Carol and Daryl, a connection we hope to see more of in upcoming episodes. One Norman Reedus, Daryl Dixon, fan-adored character Daryl didn't appear in the initial Walking Dead comics, yet he has evolved into a pivotal figure on the TV series that, and from his connection with Dog and the various characters he's rescued, it's clear why fans have grown fond of him. It's only natural that he received his own spin-off program, which, as previously discussed, was renewed for season 3. Although we're unsure where Daryl's adventure will lead, we're eager to join him on this exciting journey. A living legend. Despite not receiving the same level of acclaim from critics as other spin-offs of The Walking Dead, the series featuring Daryl Dixon is maintaining its popularity. It's season 4 and likely to be released shortly after season 3. Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl, appears to remain deeply involved in the project, influencing several decisions during season 2. Given these factors and the delight of many fans, it's reasonable to anticipate that Reedus will continue as the main actor in future seasons and potentially the entire series,